Some choices may feel very small in the moment. A post that you read or a video you believe, a vaccine shot you decide to skip. Sometimes those small choices have major consequences that change everything. This is the story of a very happy little girl. Her parents loved her very much, but she never got the measles vaccine. They were not careless, but they were scared by all of the posts they saw online. They wanted to protect their little girl. Then she got the measles. It all started with a fever, then a rash, then trouble breathing. Days later, she was gone. This isn't one story. It's happening everywhere. Millions are harmed not because protection did not exist, but because fear took its place. In labs and hospitals, scientists are working hard to stop disease before it begins. But somewhere else, others are working just as hard, spreading doubt, fueling fear, convincing people to turn away from the very thing that could protect them. Two forces, one to save lives, one to break trust, and millions are caught in between. The goal is to spread fear and doubt, convince people not to get vaccines, not to get protected, make people question science and question everything. Let's go now to the history book and get an example of why vaccines are created in the first place. Often, they select a rare case of a side effect to a vaccine. They keep talking about it over and over until people start to believe that it is something bad that happens all the time. They tell you not to trust experts, not to trust the system, that there is a conspiracy against you. They tell people natural immunity is the best that your body can take care of everything. Although we know from the past that millions of people have died because their body could not handle it on its own. Let's now go back to the history book and get another example of why vaccines are created in the first place. For centuries, a tiny virus terrorized humanity, one of the most contagious diseases ever. It traveled everywhere. In the 1500s, it arrived in the Americas. Measles went from north to south, from east to west, wiping out people in towns, villages, everywhere. Whole families were gone in days. Whole communities were wiped out. No voices, no laughters, silence and death everywhere. In 1846, it arrived in the Faroe Islands. One traveler brought him back. Within weeks, 6,000 people collapsed in their homes. Almost an entire nation sick at once. In the early 1900s, it arrived in Alaska. Measles devastated Alaska. Cabins were found with whole families dead inside. No survivors left to tell the story. In the 1950s, even modern hospitals couldn't keep up. Children packed in oxygen tents, hundreds died every year. Medical staff was helpless. No cure, no defense. Total darkness. The virus was winning. And then, in 1963, a vaccine was invented. It defeated the virus and ended centuries of horror. The red ghost didn't fade. We stopped it. Often, they use emotional stories from people, stories that sound real, but they don't tell the whole truth. Often, they use a fake expert, a person with a lab coat and a medical degree, but who disagrees with everybody else in the field. They will even call that person a whistleblower. They even use social media influencers to spread their messages. Let's now go back again to the history book and get one last example of why vaccines are created in the first place. All kids welcome summer. It's time to have fun. It's time to be outside playing with your friends, time to be at the playgrounds. But came a time when summer was no longer safe. The polio virus was taking over the playgrounds. It was striking adults and children alike. It has gone wild, harming left and right. It was damaging limbs, lungs, and spinal cords. Kids and adults were dying or getting paralyzed. No one went outside. Kids stayed locked up at home. Nobody could tell who was going to be the next victim. Newspapers were warning people every day. It was a public emergency. Hospitals were filled with patients who needed to be in metallic machines called iron lungs because it was the only way for them to breathe. People stayed in these machines for weeks and months. So many children died. So many were paralyzed. Even the President of the United States was not safe. Polio got to him and he became paralyzed. It was total panic and polio was winning. Then Dr. Salk in 1955 invented a vaccine, and it was a game changer. Polio was stopped and defeated.